Hey kids, adults, anybody who's watching, welcome into Shelter and Seeds. This video, I'll be going over the Redbud. It is the Cercis canadensis. That's the Latin name. And there are 3 different varieties of the Redbud here. We're in Central Texas in Austin, and this is a native tree to North America. It stretches all the way from Ontario, Canada, all the way down the coast into Central Florida, and then over to Texas. That's sort of its native range habitat, but it can be seen growing all the way over to California. So just basically the bottom L up to Canada, the United States. And the reason for this video is to show how you can eat the Redbud, the flowers and the young seed pods. So you get, in the flowers, you get some vitamin C. It's like a sweet flavor, a little tangy. And then in the young seed pods, you get some protein as well. So take you a little bit closer, show you how to identify this tree, and then ways to harvest it, and a little bit more information. So we are in late March, March 20th here. This thing is in full bloom right now. It starts off, it goes into flowers, and these are purple, pinkish kind of flowers here, and they're very clustered. And it's gonna go from flower to then leaf out, and then gonna make these little seed pods that kind of look like peas, beans. It's in the pea family, so Fabaceae. So basically, all you gotta do to eat these flowers is take a little chunk off, pop her in. You get a little sweet burst right off the way. It kind of has like the crunch of a green, you know, and overall, it's pretty damn good. Pretty dang good. It's a kid-friendly show. Pretty windy here today. But yeah, you can eat these things raw. You can put them in salads. Some people pickle them. You can fry them up. You can put them in stir fry. They're really good. And they got, you know, antioxidants. They got the little micronutrients, vitamin C, all that good stuff. It's not a super calorie-dense food at all, but it's a great thing to add in and helps you to ingest your local surrounding. And as you can see here, this is kind of like a mono trunk just by itself. There's 3 different varieties of Redbud you'll find in the United States and in Mexico. There's the Cercis, they're all Cercis canadensis, but there's a variety. There's texensis, mexicana, and canadensis is the other variety, which is basically Eastern Redbud. So there's the Texas Redbud, the Mexican Redbud, and the Eastern Redbud. But they're all edible. They all look very similar. Their leaves a little bit different. The sort of little, this is an old seed pod from last year that I got left over. And I'll show you some of the seeds here. You can see that guy. So you wouldn't want to eat them when they're this old, but when they're young and they're just green or purple, very new on the tree, you can eat them raw. You can stir fry them up, cook them. A little bit of protein, good stuff. So yeah, you'll see these grown in shady areas. You see them grown in full sun areas, part sun areas, lot landscaping, and in the wild over here in Texas, you'll see them on like limestone sort of cliff sides, or not cliff sides, but really shallow soils. Over on the East Coast up to Canada, you'll see them more in wetter areas, generally a little bit shadier, but more sun exposure, different parts wherever you go. So just look for the purple flowers in early spring. Super tasty, edible, and I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. These things are really sweet. And I just gave the camera woman a test of it for the first time, and she was like, oh, it's actually pretty good. And normally she doesn't really like some of the things that I show her how to forage because they don't taste like grocery store food, but hey, it's still pretty good. And she liked this one. So yeah, but don't harvest all the flowers because those flowers are gonna, you know, it's nature doing its thing. So only take what you want and what you need, and spread the wealth. And yeah, if you like this video, please like, please subscribe. We'll keep making more and showing you different things around town to eat. All right.